Hey, Loco Sports fans, welcome to the Loco Sports Lowdown, presented by Mickelson Law Firm and WHHI TV. Justin Jarrett and Wes Kerr with you here at the outset. There are others who were they said they were going to be here, so we shamed them now, and when they come in later, we will shame them more. But they're not here on time, and we even pushed this thing back to 9:30 on a school night. So shame, tisk tisk. Just JJ and Wes with you for the outset, but quite a bit to talk about over the last couple of days. We
Some big
got
news just
together on
coming.
Saturday. Yeah, some big news. Yeah, I mean,
Couple of big pieces of big news.
especially. But yeah, I teased it in the description, but a couple of AD hires that are imminent. I think there are still T's to be crossed and I's to be dotted before everything is like official. But these things usually once they get to a certain point, they usually kind of just it's just sorting out little details, and they usually come to fruition. And then another one is close, I understand. So just to lay that out there, I guess we'll start there. We do know, I've confirmed through multiple sources that Jason Grunkemeyer will be returning as the athletic director and boys basketball coach at Hilton Head Christian Academy. We had not reported on it. I didn't really feel the need to, but they did have a change over there a few weeks back. J.W. Wilkerson, who's somebody I covered in high school and have watched him grow up and win a state championship as a coach and become an AD. They let him know that they were not going to renew his contract and for next school year. And at that time, he elected to go ahead and part ways and start figuring out his future after that. So, they have a interim AD. Julie Richardson is in charge right now, but we've confirmed now that the plan is Grunk is coming back and he'll take over that boys basketball program again and try to get Hilton Head Christian Academy athletics back to where they were a few years back when he took over from Kenny Conroy, and they were really rolling pretty good. It's kind of fallen off a little bit since then, and they're trying to. I mean, not every program by any means.
No, I mean, look, baseball
really strong programs as a whole. It's the tide has fallen a bit, I would say.
Look, I mean, the football program is still competitive. The baseball program is going for 3 state titles in a row. So, there have been, obviously the girls basketball program has been the sharpest decline in terms of just performance. After it was a dynasty a couple of years ago, and now. Certainly, it's better times have passed in terms of that program right now. But I like it. Someone who has had success here before, someone who has shown a lot of. That basketball program when Grunkemeyer had, they were competing for state championships. And we're right on the cusp.
Played 4-1, right? They played in the state championship game against.
They were in one. Yes, they were in one. They lost. I believe that was the year they lost to Prep in the.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. So, he came here. He went back to Maine for an assistant AD job, I think, at University of Maine. And but I had been told that he was trying to get back to this area and was looking at, a couple of different opportunities that might pop up. And it sounds like, he found an audience at Hilton Head Christian, and they are excited to have him back from everything I've heard. So I'm not sure when he'll get in. I'm guessing into the school, right into summer. You wouldn't leave a role like assistant AD hanging at a D1 institution, I wouldn't think at this time. So I'd expect to see him come in the summer. And then the other one that is it's not over the finish line yet. We don't have board approval, which is, that's a real thing. The school board has to approve the contracts on these big hires like this. And so we don't have board approval yet, but Beaufort High does have their guy. And they've reached an agreement in principle, I guess you would say. And it sounds like Cody Slaughter is going to be coming back to the Loco. He's the AD at South Florence right now, but he is, a guy who's been in the Loco before. He was at Bluffton for a number of years, first as the wrestling coach and an assistant AD, and then as the AD from 2017 to 2020, and then he took the job at South Florence. That program has been tremendous under
Yeah.
his stewardship. They've won football state championships. Baseball and softball have been tremendous. Their basketball programs are solid. Their wrestling's really good. They host a lot of big events. He's really developed into one of the better ADs in the state, from where I'm sitting. And so I think it should be a rubber stamp situation, I would think, where the board would approve that pretty quickly. I don't see any reason why not, and that'll be a great hire, in my opinion, for Buford. I mean, really great hire. That sets them up to really kind of get back on track, because much like HHCA, like kind of you look across the board and there's been a little dip over there at Buford.
Yeah, a little bit of one. I mean, you look at the football program, and obviously Lybrand's done a terrific job, but just they've been competitive. But yeah, there has been a
Yeah.
slight dip, a slight dip.
Yeah, I mean,
Has been
I think like
it's
4 or
not
5 years ago, football's down, boys basketball's down, girls basketball's up,
girls basketball is up, but baseball,
baseball's down,
yeah,
softball's down.
yeah,
Um, Girls track is solid right now, but boys is probably down from where it was at that time. So, I mean, they're just kind of trending in that direction. And you could probably attribute a lot of that to the lack of consistency in the
yeah,
leadership role, with AD spot turning over a couple of times. So, and of course, that one was open because Bradley Adams went to Colleton County to be the football coach. He came here uh, to be the AD at Buford from Georgetown, but he really missed coaching football and was trying to get back into that realm, and found a great landing spot, I think, at Colleton. So anyway, and then the other AD position, I'm sure Wes, you think about this one, what they're going to do permanently at Hilton Head High.
yeah,
Obviously, Dr. Hunter, and gosh, who's the other person? There's two people who are tag
yeah,
teaming
right.
the thing right now.
Yeah, and
Dr.
BJ
Hunter's the
Payne
one
has a
I
lot
always
to do with
talk
that
to.
as well.
Yeah, but I hear that they are close to making their hire, and that it would be a very good hire, another very experienced AD in the state who would make a lot of sense. So, Batter Creek, I think, is still open, their AD role, and that might be it for this year. And I think all the footballs are filled at this point, right? We got them all filled up.
Believe,
We got
believe,
D at Whale
yeah.
Branch. We got Adams
And
at
May River was the
Colleton.
last one.
We
Yeah,
got Stephen Nimmer at May River.
yeah,
Yeah, I think that was the last one.
yeah.
So that's the big news
Well,
of the
yeah.
day, I
I
guess.
mean, look, you look at Buford. I think that there's some talent there. There's a great record of success. Cody Slaughter. I saw him a couple of months ago, when South Florence played Hilton, I believe, in tennis, girls tennis, I believe,
Oh yeah,
and he was there, and he's a terrific guy, terrific ambassador. I mean, you just look across the board how well South Florence has done. Of course, with
yeah,
Laura Sellers and that football program and the height that reached. I mean, what football sets the tone for the year? If you're a good football program, I mean, that's
yep,
more than 50% of the, in terms of the excitements. It kind of rubs off in all the other sports. So if you're a good football program, it kind of it extends itself to the rest of the sports on the docket for the most part, most of the time. But this South, and they have great sports all across the board. Basketball's been fantastic.
yeah,
Olympic
yeah,
sports, all those sports have been very competitive.
yeah,
So yeah, he's done a great. He was. I mean, he certainly made his mark at Bluffton. He did a great job at South Phillips. Obviously, having come in during COVID in 2020 with that mess and the seamless transition over there, and then yeah, I mean, what a great opportunity for Buford to get the guy who's certainly well versed, well known, well respected in terms of success, and now it's going to be cool to see him come back to the Low Country and look at Buford Athletic Program, which I think has even more potential to make some strides across the board there. Obviously, they have a
Yeah.
great football coach. We'll see how that will in terms of how the football program will roll out someone with the expertise and just guidance of someone like Slaughter, who has certainly overseen a program like South Florence and some of these other programs. I'm looking forward to seeing uh, how a longtime athletic director with that kind of experience could make a big difference in a couple different areas. So I think it's a great hire for Buford, and I think it's going to be a positive impact on the athletic program as well and as as a whole. And it's going to be exciting to see someone who certainly has been around here head back to Loco and lead a different school in the Buford Eagles. So I'm really excited. I think this Buford program still at the last couple of years was really fun. Like I believe it was 2021, 22. Seemed like every
Yeah.
sport, football, of course, won a state championship. They
Yeah.
got the state championship the year before. Baseball had a really good season.
Yeah.
Maybe a
Yeah,
slight
he had
dip.
a crazy magical run.
Yeah,
Crazy magical.
maybe a slight dip, but yeah, I mean, I think it's a great decision by Buford to bring in Slaughter and should make a sizable impact and look forward to getting to know him more.
Yeah. I'm excited because he, as long as I can remember, Buford hasn't really hosted any kind of big wrestling tournaments or anything like that. But Slaughter is big on it. He was a
Yeah,
wrestling coach before he became an AD, and he always, he's the one who started Bluffton really hosting
right.
a lot of stuff, hosting lower states and stuff like that. And then South Florence has hosted the heck out of stuff. They had the girls lower state qualifier. They were one of the host schools for Florence schools, hosting the state championship at Florence Center. So I look forward to seeing what he'll do as far as utilizing the nice two gym setup they've got there for more wrestling events, because they could have a great event over there. And attract a lot of people, just like May River does, uh, and have another one. So, and Hilton Head's going to have a big girls tournament next year, so
Mm,
that's
mm,
going to be cool. Same
yeah.
time as Sharp for the guys. All right, so there you go. The show tonight, by the way, brought to you by Mickelson Law Firm and WHHI TV, our all-star sponsors. Mickelson Law Firm, been with us since the beginning, our founding sponsor, our official real estate closing attorney, and presenting sponsor of our Hilton Head Christian Academy coverage. But they love all the teams in the Loco, and they can help you with all your legal needs at Mickelson Law Firm and WHHI TV, our partners in local sports coverage. Marcus Walsh sitting this one out tonight. He's a busy man, and we can't expect him to show up every time. But Marcus Walsh, our friend from WHHI TV, and we look forward to a continued partnership with WHHI. I don't know if you muted yourself, Wes.
Well, if I mute myself or it mutes me, one of those two. I'm not gonna
One or
sure.
the other, but they put you on mute.
Yeah.
But yeah, Marcus Walsh will be with us again soon, I'm sure. And thanks again to WHHI TV for their support. Last night was a busy night. A lot of baseball, a lot of
I was
softball,
out to
soccer. You got out to a ball game. You got out and saw some baseball last night.
Yeah, it was great to get back out there. I've been so busy with USCB baseball and softball. I haven't gotten a chance to see much high school ball, but this was a competitive game to go to. Hilton Head and Buford. Hilton Head they grab the upper hand. Buford battled back. Just great back and forth game. The Seahawks found a way to pull away late, and they've got some dudes this year. They've got some scrappy hitters who I really was impressed with, and just finding terms of ways to get on late in that game, and just outlasted Buford in terms of their pitching. I thought Phoenix Shapiro was excellent. He has really found a new gear this year.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see, obviously a tough loss against that May River team, but they just looked a bit more put together this year. They're a lot more. just disciplined at the plate. They found a way to put barrels on it a little bit more often, and the defense, I think, was just a lot better, more composed than I've seen the last couple of years. I just think Matt Bowman's doing a good job of just building the team together, and the talent's really starting to shine this year. They've got some guys who are swinging it well, and consistency up and down the lineup. I was quite impressed by just the way they're able to keep the line moving a couple times and then get out of some big trouble spots where years past there were some issues that they were in these kinds of games like this, and they just let snowball and just like get to them. And last night, completely different team, a lot more composed, and they just found ways to make the most of some big opportunities late and really pulled away. It was, I believe it was 6-5 in the sixth, or actually 5-4 rather, and they scored. Yeah,
Yeah.
6-5, yes, something like that. 5-4, 6-5, and they scored a bunch of runs, and they ended up winning by around 6 runs. So
Yeah,
uh,
they won 11-5. They
yeah,
scored
11-5. It's probably
5 in
6-5.
the
Yes,
bottom of the
it was
sixth,
6-5. They
so
probably,
yeah,
yeah, that
6-5.
that sounds about right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. But
It
yeah,
was
yeah,
it was
impressive
4
win
to
for Hilton Head.
4. It was 4 to 4, and then they scored 2 in the bottom of the 5th to take the lead, gave up 1 in the 6th, and then
Yes,
scored
that's
5.
exactly what happened. Yep, I was,
So,
yep,
and they are so young.
they are.
Kyle Larson, he's a freshman, batting leadoff, playing center field, couple of knocks. All name team, as you said last night, Dash Denoyers.
Great name.
Dash Denoyers, that's a good one. Jackson Beretti's another young dude. He went 2
Yep,
for 4. Cole Lozan, 2 for 4. Shipshack's another freshman. He went
yep,
1 for
another guy,
3
a
with an
guy who
RBI.
I remember. He was on that Bluffton 10U team that got to the World
Yeah,
Series.
he was
Yep. Yes.
on
Yes.
he was on our team that
Yep.
went to
Yep.
World he went to
World
2 World
Series.
Series, as a matter of
Yep.
fact. He was on the 8U team that went as well.
Yep.
Grady Charrington Dunton is a good player. Joey Fontana, another freshman
Yes.
cracking the lineup and
Yeah, I
getting
mean, this youth is the big
more
story of this Hilton Head team. You're seeing a
done
bunch
young.
of young guys starting to take the initiative, which is, very, very fun to see. This team, it just felt like they were a couple pieces away the last few years, and now they're a lot more deep and they're younger, but they're in a couple ways they're better, and
Yeah.
it's exciting. And maybe we may have gotten the better of them, but this was a strong win against Buford. Looking forward to seeing how they do tomorrow in the second game of the series, which will be at Buford. But yeah, I'm liking the way the Hilton Head is competing this year. I think that if they can take this series, puts them in a pretty good spot to head into the last three. You still got Bluffton, which I think they have a good chance against College County, and of course Bishop England, which should be exciting. I'd see them go up against the battling Bishops, who I think are right now in a good position to take this
Yeah.
region, but still a lot more baseball left to be played. But yeah, I think Hilton Head's going to be a lot more competitive, a lot more solid than they have been over these since these past few years. So I'm quite excited for Hilton Head, Hilton High baseball, and I think Matt Bowen is doing terrific work with
Mhm.
that squad.
Yeah, Bishop England, as you mentioned, the front runner right now. They swept Beaufort last week. They beat May River 7-5 in the opener of their series. Bluffton 12-2 win over Colleton County. It was 2-2 until the bottom of the 5th, and then Bluffton scored 4 and 6. Wheels kind of came off for the Cougars. Garcia and Nacho Nay with 3 hits,
Mm,
3 for 4, 4 RBIs. My guy Nacho, 3
wow.
doubles. Former Bluffton Wave, Nacho. James Basil with a gem on the mound, 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, no earned, 4
Mm,
Ks, 3 walks to get the win. So, how about the Basil family? James, the senior, pitching for the baseball team, and his sister, I think an 8th grader,
mhm,
Ashley, is the starting pitcher for the softball team. So
yes. Wow.
congrats to
Cool.
Jamie
Yeah.
Basil on coaching the heck out of his kids and making them both dogs. And then the other game last night on the baseball diamond, Hilton Head Prep 9-4 over Colleton Prep. And then we had some baseball tonight. Hanahan sweeping Battery Creek in a doubleheader, 18-0 and 16-0 They knocked them both out in one swoop. Bridges Prep 16-4 over Edisto in region play. Whale Branch lost 20-4. I put that in as a win, but it was a loss. 20-4 to Lake Marion. And Hilton Head Christian 12-2 over Lawrence Manning. And I've got some video clips of that one we might check out here in a minute. But
Eagles are rolling.
Couple of bombs
Hey,
tonight.
Max, what's up?
And
what's up, guys?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, we just talked about Hilton Head Christian coming baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, again, an impressive win. And Lawrence Manning's usually a solid program in baseball. They have been in recent years. So it's another good win for Hilton Head Christian. I mean, we know how difficult the 4A is, and as we get through each game, that JP2 game is just becoming more and more evident and more exciting, and the excitement leading up to it is getting to be more and more impressive and just loud. And I think both of those teams, when they face off, it's going to be something fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, it's you got the great pitching that you've gotten from JP2 against like the super potent lineup for HHCA. So classic, what gives, something has to give type matchup. I'm excited for that one. And I think probably the ballpark at HHCA favors the home team there, and I think the larger yard at JP2 is probably in favor of the home team there. So it should be pretty interesting to see how that plays out, because Christian, they be hitting some tanks out of that yard they got. Earlier today they're playing Lawrence Manning and Slade Bird. It's a little grainy, but you get the idea. Slade Bird that's his fifth of the season. He is locked in a battle right now.
By the way,
the school
some
record.
By the way, some other bird news. I don't know if you guys saw. Steel Bird has committed to play baseball at Stetson University. He's going to be going to Stetson. Yeah.
Good for him.
Good day for the Birds.
Big news for him. After pretty much dominating the junior college circuit this season, he's been on a tear. So it's great news to hear he's going to what is usually a very good baseball program in Stetson. So very big news for Steel Bird to be going over there.
Yeah, sure enough. 2 days ago, I missed that one. But that's awesome. Steele having, as you said, a tremendous season at, what is this?
I don't remember where he's going.
It's called State College of Florida, Manatee, Sarasota.
Yeah.
He's hitting 333 with 6 homers, 25 RBIs.
Holy crap.
Runs scored.
That's a good number there.
Yeah, 750 slugging, 481 on base.
Lord, 750 slugging.
And even better in conference plays, hitting 432, 543 on base, 1054 slugging. Holy
outrageous stuff.
Lord. Wow.
Yeah, those guys can swing it. That family, man, those birds.
They'll get a Division I school to look at you.
But Slade has a little competition for this home run record, because Roman Colella right on his heels. Whoever hits the most this season will be the career leader.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. A lot on the line for those two.
Slade's got 5 on the season, and Roman kept pace with number 3.
He smacked that one.
Yeah, he got that one. Biggest part of the ballpark, too. Not a problem. So Road Dog's got 3. Slade's got 5. The race is on. We got our own Sosa and McGuire with the same team.
Exactly. But
out of there. DJ Styles, Toby Colella on the
Eagles, third baseman, number 5.
on the music. Always make sure that
tremendous atmosphere over there. It's always
type.
such a fun place to
It really is.
take in a game. Yeah.
It really is.
Yep.
Those
So
birds keep coming
that's
too, man.
oh, and one other baseball game. Thomas Hayward 9, Buford Academy 2. So
Wow. Good
here's your
win for them.
baseball
Yep.
over the last
Yeah.
couple.
Softball last night.
Softball
Oh
last
boy,
night.
look at that score! I just saw it.
Yeah,
that's I saw it. We won't have to get too much.
we're struggling to throw strikes, but
You out hit them.
Did we get more hits than them?
Hill Knight Christian, I believe so.
That's believable. We lost 27-5, but we're struggling to find that strike zone. We spent a lot of time. Our pitchers only did pitching today at practice. That's the only thing they did. And one of them is one of our best hitters, but she can hit fine. She needs to practice pitching. But yeah, we did a lot of pitching practice today, a lot of infield practice. So we were prepared tonight to take on Allendale Fairfax, and we were confident, but they called and said they weren't coming this morning. So I assume we won by forfeit. So dubs all around.
Dubs, baby.
So we had a great practice, and then I worked on putting my batting cage up. So
there you go.
But Hilton Head took a double header at Battery Creek. Couple of good games, well played games. Hilton Head 7, Battery Creek 6, and Hilton Head 6, Battery Creek 2. It was a tougher night for the Dolphins tonight. They were a little overmatched, much like when we played Bamberg. They had to run up against the Hawkettes of Hanahan, and they're a unit, and they beat Battery Creek 18-0 and 16-0. No shame. Those girls are legit.
Yeah.
My buddy RJ Ball on the coaching staff over there, he said, yeah, these girls are like full of D1 talent. First time I've seen a girl hit one over the fence. And I was they got a couple ball girls on that Battery Creek squad, and they're young. Yeah. They're both 7th graders. So
very young. Obviously very young, but they keep building that program because they've had some really good years in recent.
Oh yeah, state championship.
State champions. Yeah, so I think they're gonna. I think they're. It's gonna take time, but they're gonna get there. Especially when you have 2 7th graders. If they're gonna get enough time in varsity, by the time they're freshmen, they're gonna be a problem. So like it's
for sure.
It's a young stage. They're rebuilding, but give it a couple of years, and they're gonna be a solid program for the next four years after that. So it's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah, they're a lot. They're a lot like us in a lot of ways, but they have a few kids who have played a lot, and that's what we lack. It's just that experience aspect. But we're getting. I mean, we really are getting better. Our scores don't show it, but we really are. We're getting better every day. We practice really well, and that will come in time. But I mean, I told some of our girls, like, look, the ones of you who have played the most games have played like 20 games in your life. That's like not even a full year of rec if you play fall and spring, so we're like years behind in development, and there's no substitute for time. Like we can't speed it up. The only way to do it is practice and play. And so, we're getting there, and we're going to turn the corner and put it all together one day. And it's going to be like, oh, wow. I know, because I've seen it happen with travel teams. Like you struggle, you have this hill you can't get over, and then one day you get over it and you're like, oh wow, we didn't do it today, we didn't do the thing. And it's like, yeah, we don't have to do the thing, and then you just don't do the thing anymore. It's great. It's wonderful when you stop doing the thing. Colleton County, nice win last night over Branchville, 3-2. Good battle of a couple of really solid softball programs. And then I was having a hard time tracking down soccer scores.
I got one. I got I'm trying to get some from. I do have one boys soccer score from tonight's May River 6 Buford, May River 6 Buford 1. 6-1 May River over Buford. I have not found a girls score yet.
Red hot. May River boys still undefeated and looking very good in that region. What happened? Softball tonight. That was baseball scores. I said there. Softball tonight, Battery Creek lost 17-0 to Hanahan. They only played one. And Edisto 14-13 over Bridges Prep. We might have to go.
How about this score for soccer? Hilton Head girls 13, Colleton County 0. 13-0 Hilton Head.
I thought they killed it at 10 now. They don't do that?
No, in Skiza they do, but not in high school.
Yeah, they should. They should just kill it at 10.
Nobody needs and even that, it's just you look, when I was part of that Hilton Head, I was governing the Hilton Head team. They got up like 5 or 6-0. They weren't trying to score. They were just passing the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't need to do all that. No. I agree. Okay, so this Edisto Bridges Prep game, it was 14-13 Edisto. Went the full 7, obviously. There were only 8 earned runs scored, and Bridges Prep allowed only 1 earned run. Unfortunately, they made 14 errors. So they sound a lot like us, except they throw considerably more strikes, like almost 80%. God, I would love 80% strikes. That would be amazing.
That'd be nice.
But that's a crazy game. 14-13. I wonder how
one day, but
good minute. Good minute. Yeah, 1A, 2A football. It's wild out there.
Yes.
It's wild out there. So yeah, that's it. And you said 13-0 for Colleton. Hilton Head over
13,
Colleton.
Yeah, 13-0 Hilton Head, 13 goals for the Seahawks. Yep.
Yeah, ouch.
Wow.
All right. Looking for some soccer scores. But
yeah. And then of course the big story that we saw on Sunday, the Sand Sharks baseball team finally off the schneid in conference play.
Thank God.
11-7 over Aiken. And I did not see that coming. I did not see this coming at all, especially in a bullpen day. But the offense came to play, and they got enough from their pitching staff. And it was a good surprise to see them finally.
The bullpen was great.
Yeah,
the bullpen played really well when there were times, especially when there were runners in scoring position. They just shut Aiken down for those last few innings. I mean, they played really well. I've been waiting for that all season.
Okay, but after him, Jake Rice with his second great outing in a row. It was one inning, but he was effective. Cole Thomas has been the guy. He has been the reliever that they've been looking for.
Has.
Because he was outstanding against Edmund Riddle, and he was great today. He got the save. Pitched the last 2 2/3 to get that save. You expect him to see some more time as a longer reliever, because that's the guy that they need right now. And Jake Rice is really coming on into his own as well. But just doing a good job getting situational hitting going and taking advantage of runners on. And they drew 7 walks in that game on Sunday. They do a good job getting runners on, much better than we have seen. The offense is just taking a big step forward compared to where they were last year. I'd say they're definitely a lot better, a ton better, just up and down the lineup. But it's certainly you want to be better than you are overall in conference play, but a step in the right direction on Sunday to see, especially guys like Tyler Gundelfinger with 3 RBIs, Chris Levensteins, Terry Dean had a great weekend. He went to 4 for 5 on Friday. He had a big hit in this one as well. Cooper McDaniel's having a really nice season, 300 plus average for him. And Tanner Wagnon's really providing a lot, especially in right field. He provides a lot of different qualities for them. Luke Doty has been the breakout star at the plate this year, a couple of home runs, and now he's just finding ways to get hits of all kinds. So it's a positive sign to see this offense coming together. I still think the pitching needs a very promising to see the way they produced on the mound.
Yeah. It's a good confidence booster, especially with what they have to go into this weekend.
Yeah, Columbus State on
what's going to be a very tough series against Columbus State.
Yep, at Burger King Stadium at Ragsdale Field.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yep.
Burger King Stadium
Stadium.
at Ragsdale Field. That's wild.
Yep.
Yeah, it
That
was
is
wild. And then I showed, because Andrew had forgotten that's what it was called, so I showed him the picture. And then literally behind the stands out behind home plate, it says Burger King Stadium at
Burger
Ragsdale
King
Field.
Stadium at Ragsdale Field.
That's
Mouthful.
iconic. I never knew
Here's
that
what I would
until
say. If I called a game there, I would say, here at Burger King Stadium at Ragsdale Field, and then I would say, that's a mouthful, just like the Whopper at Burger King.
Have it your way.
Have it your way.
All right. So, and then
other USCB news: Samuel Mitchell, PBC Field Athlete of the Week. He broke his own school records, I believe. But he broke. He had 2 top 5 marks in the conference, hit a national qualifying mark, and won the long jump with a school record mark.
Yep.
And he also had a good showing. He sits 5th in the 100 meters as well in the conference. Ranks 1st in the conference in the long jump, and hit the national qualifying mark. So good stuff there.
Yep. We mentioned it. We mentioned it, I believe, on Saturday. Then, but yeah, a great start to indoor or outdoor track as they get that going. The other thing I wanted to mention is that softball coming back to the Richard Gray Sports Complex this weekend. Certainly a tough result over the weekend in their most recent series against Georgia College, where they won on Friday, but then not a great day on Saturday, where they only scored 1 run in 2 games. Hopefully getting back home will help them. They got Flagler. Flagler's better than their record would indicate. They've played a couple of tough teams beginning the year. They beat Augusta a couple times in conference play, so this is still not going to be an easy series, but one that USCB has a chance to win at home. So I'm looking forward to seeing Madison Murphy. She's done well on Friday starts. I expect her to put together another good showing on Friday night. Early start, 5 o'clock. First pitch.
Yeah. My biggest worry is Madison does great in the first start, but they figure her out in the second time she starts, which is usually that deciding game 3. And has been a struggle this year in conference play when it's a best-of-3 series. And the reason is they just don't, because game 2, I hate saying it, but lately game 2 has been a wash because, Cassie Brundage and Emily Morgan have not seemed to figure out how to be consistently, solid in the circle. So usually game 2 always ends up going to the other team, and then going to game 3, and it really lands on Madison. And it's the second time this team has seen her in 2 days, and they basically figure her out. And that's just been the issue in conference play this year.
Even with that, the offense needs to be better. You need to score more than 1 game, and or 1 run those last. I just think that there have been times where the offense has been great, but it's been inconsistent, and you just need a little bit more from your studs. You need a little bit more from Chloe Turner, from others that we've seen some players, find definitely a different looking lineup, but we've seen it from them. We've seen stuff from Chang and Turner and Brinkman and Soria and Tamaya as well. It's just, can they have that consistent offense? And it just seems like sometimes they've had it this year, sometimes they haven't. So we'll see which one shows up on Friday. But this is a point in the year where you want to put together a series win. At least find a series win here, because it's certainly possible. Obviously, this Flagler team, they're 9-19 overall, but they are 5-4 in conference play, and they won a series against Augusta, which is a pretty good team. So, like I said, not an easy series, but one that they play up to the potential. They have as good a chance as me to compete in. So I'm excited. I think that being back home is always helpful, and hopefully they can bring some good vibes back here on Friday. And I think that they've started off series well these last couple of weeks. So I hope that they'll be able to do it again and pick up that first win, and then hopefully carry it over to Saturday. But I still think there's a lot to be excited about with this USCB softball team. They had such a great start this conference is tough, but the margins are so thin. There are a couple of games where they definitely had a chance to win. You look at that series the last series they had at home against Lander, where they had that heartbreaking first game. I think if they would have taken that first game, the last two would have been a little different. You just hope that they're able to have a solid start and continue that through 7 innings of play, and then carry it over to the Saturday doubleheader, because that first game, it can set the tone for you, but then again, sometimes it can't, when we saw last weekend. But I think that Kodieski and this group are doing a good job with who they have. It certainly hurts to see to not have like a 4 or a good win in the lineup, who were so important last year. But they've gotten some others like Greaser, who's been good at times. You've got, like I said, Brinkman. And can you get those players, Boyette? Can you get those players going, and can you play a good, clean defense behind you? Because that's very important as well. So I'm excited to have softball back. This softball team has been exciting to watch at home this year, and hopefully they can get some more wins over the weekend, and hopefully baseball can build on that long-awaited first conference win.
Yes, sir. Other Sand Shark news. Still other Sand Shark news.
Yes.
Women's golf wrapped up today at the Patsy Rendleman Invitational in Salisbury, North Carolina. And Sand Sharks finished tied for fourth overall. McLean Neal, who we had on the Sand Shark Rewind back in the day, she went viral with that that golf channel on YouTube. McLean finished second overall. She had a 75 in the final round. She also made the only eagle of the tournament, so good showing for her. And the guys had a good outing as well. They were at the Tennessee River Rumble at Wind River Golf Club in Lenoir City, Tennessee, and the Sand Sharks fourth place finish as well. Had 3 individuals in the top 10, led by Nikolai Holm, who finished fourth overall and made the all-tournament team. Octavio Laurent also in the top 10, as well as Dylan Allen. So really good outing for the Sand Shark golfers. So there's your Sand Shark Rewind, so to speak. By the way, Doty, he has a 850 OPS. You were talking about him earlier.
Yeah, he's been fantastic this year. He's taken a big step forward from where he was.
Cooper McDaniel also raking.
Daniel's been great. Yeah, he's been just great average wise, but he's been able to drive in a couple of big runs. He had that walk-off hit earlier this year. Noah Campbell's had a couple of nice games. So the offense is really coming along this season compared to where it was last year. Yeah, and that's just you see some guys who have been in the lineup last year were starting to really find it, especially at the top of the order. We saw Campbell, we saw McDaniel, we saw Doty a lot last year. A little bit more inconsistent. They're starting to find it now here in 2026, and they could use a little bit more power in their lineup, just a bit more consistent hitting wise. But from what they have, the offense has definitely gotten better. But I think still the big thing is your bullpen and your starters, because Turner was shaky this week, Navarro was shaky this week, and it's going to come down to the pitching. And this Columbus State team, that's going to be another big challenge for the Sand Shark team, but at least some momentum being brought in by that first conference win. You got Claflin after that. That should be a series that should be in your favor, and then see how it goes down the stretch. But starting to the offense is starting to come along, which is good news. Good news for that program.
Yeah. I did find some soccer scores, a few. There we go. I found a couple, not really from tonight, just the ones that you mentioned previously from tonight, plus a couple others. Oceanside 10-0 over Battery Creek in the girls, 5-0 in the boys. Hampton 5-1 over Barnwell in the girls, 8-0 over Barnwell in the boys. From last night, Beaufort Academy girls beat Patrick Henry 2-1. And then tonight they beat Beaufort Academy beat CBCCA, which is church school over in Beaufort. I'm not even sure why those teams are playing each other, to be honest. It doesn't. But I imagine CBCCA has a hard time finding games. There's only so many schools in that league. And then also last night we had Colleton County boys 4-0 over Barnwell. Hardyvale 10-0 over Denmark. And Royal Live Oaks stunning Ridgeland 3-2 in the first leg of the 6-legged Jasper County derby between 3 teams in Region 1 4A. It's a fun time. 3 teams in the same county that are all, these boys all know each other and they get after it. So it's fun to watch those games. But big win for Royal tonight, 3-2, or last night, I guess. And then, yeah, that's all we got for tonight. So if you know soccer scores, hit us up. But we probably won't be here much longer. So Max is back. But that's the soccer scores I know at the moment. So I think that's a good time to say some more sponsors. We got Hudson Seafood House on the docks, which is the presenting sponsor of Under the Bus. And we had a new episode earlier tonight with Wes at the helm as the producer tonight. And I'm sure they were talking about UNC's coaching situation, which has now been remedied. Hubert Davis will not be back.
Well, I just think it's funny that it was, like an hour after we signed off.
Literally hours later.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get to tune in, but I'm guessing that that they said Hubert should be fired.
Oh, there was a debate about it.
Yeah, they were discussing it. The North Carolina Athletics Board was discussing it with.
No, I meant on Under the Bus.
Well, it was kind of determined, like what they were saying was, well, will there be a better option available? Because if there is, they would get them and whoever that was in favor of Davis. But if they didn't think they were going to find anybody, then Davis might stay on. But looks like
they must have gotten some kind of indication that somebody might talk to them that they want. And Curry wants Jay Wright real bad, which, I mean, who wouldn't? Like, Jay Wright at Chapel Hill with basically unlimited salary cap and universal free agency. Sign me up.
Wasn't the whole reason Jay Wright left was because of the whole ordeal with the NIL? Like, was that not the reason he left, decided to retire from Villanova?
That was what he stated. But, I mean, I think he was
I'm sure there's other reasons, but...
Yeah. But, Brinks truck.
I don't hate it. Like, I think Jay Wright at North Carolina would be great, but I don't know.
We'll see if they can lure him out. But anyway, Under the Bus, presented by Hudson Seafood House on the docks. It's a great place for seafood, sunsets, and cocktails on Hilton Head Island. A little brisk today, but it's supposed to be much warmer the next few days. So great time to get out and sit outside at Hudson's and enjoy some local seafood. They grow their own oysters, y'all. We're still in safe oyster season for another 5 weeks or so. So get in there. But we also have Twinge and Twombly. They're personal injury attorneys in Beaufort. They've got a rare name, but they provide remarkable service at Twinge and Twombly. So call on them if you need a personal injury attorney. And we got our old friend, Coach Barron, who hung up his whistle, and he's focused on a new kind of screens now at HHI Windows and Doors, improving your view of the Lowco. And then, of course, Reverence Wrestling Clubs are our official wrestling sponsor and presenting sponsor of the Lowco Grind, and the place to go if you want to take your skills on the mat to the next level this offseason. And the place to be in Ridgeland, whether you need a haircut or not, is at Jay's Barbershop. They'll take good care of you over there, whether you're sitting in the chair or just hanging out yapping at Jay's Barbershop. So shout out to our sponsors. And now for our parting thoughts. Max or Raj, how many you got queued up for us tonight?
I have something big that is coming out of USCB. Basketball has just picked up a commitment, and it is none other than Harrison.
I heard this today. I heard that today.
He is committed to play at the University of South Carolina Beaufort this next winter.
This is official now?
It is official. It is on his Instagram page. It is official. He is committed to the USCB Sand Sharks.
How about that?
I had
am
heard,
so excited I get at least another year of getting to see him play.
Dude.
I'm just thinking about the amount of local fans they're gonna,
Oh,
just
yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
gonna be fantastic.
How big of a deal is that? We have talked about it before. Like, we think like he's very good with a fast-paced offense. He's good at facilitating. Like, I think he would be. The height is obviously something that can cause issues, but I think with the way he facilitates the ball, the way he can play on a fast-paced offense, it's a perfect fit, I think, for USCB. And I'm so happy. I just came across that and I was just like, oh my goodness, no way. And what a fantastic thing to see Harrison Skinner, yet another local kid, go and play basketball for USCB. It will be the second local kid, and Courtney Campbell is the other one, of course, from
Right.
Good Prep. So big pickup for USCB there, at least for our local area, to see one of the biggest local names in our area go over and sign with USCB.
Just tremendous. Tremendous. And I mean, we've had some talks about before whether he can play there. Fish seems to think he can. Fish thinks he's got enough game to be able to play. The style maybe doesn't necessarily suit him, but I think he's very adaptable to it. I think he likes to go fast. He hasn't always been allowed to, but I think he likes to. So, or it hasn't always made sense for him to with the teams he's had. But I think there'll be some learning curve, definitely. Game's going to speed up big time. It's going to be more physical. He's a lot more physical now than he was 2 years ago, though.
Oh, yeah.
Just entirely different kid.
Yeah.
And one thing is that he's always got a chip on his shoulder. He's never going to back down from a challenge. He's never going to just give in. He's going to keep grinding. So, I hope in a perfect world he stays there 4 years, right, and develops. And by the time he's a senior, he's a big part of a big team, or a big thing. But man, that's awesome. I'm hyped for Harry staying home, and just for, I mean, arguably, the best girl in our area was Devin Yard, who went to Vermont. But the best girl coming out of last year's class was probably Courtney, right?
Yeah.
And the best guy coming out of this class is Harry. And they're both going to USCB. So that's kind of cool, because it's been frustrating with some of the other sports that they haven't really recruited many of the local kids. But this is exciting that both teams.
That's the statement right here on Instagram, of course. What a great moment. By the way, hold on, see if I can find it. There he is.
I saw that.
Sandsark jersey, baby.
Let's go.
Gotta love it.
I love it. What a great one that is.
Good stuff. Great stuff. What else you got?
Obviously, of course, Wes, you and I will be on the call for softball this weekend with the USCB Sand Sharks on Friday and Saturday. But another thing going on in the world of baseball and softball, opening weekend for Major League Baseball is this coming weekend, gentlemen. It's going to be great to see some of these teams back in the realm of things, other than the LA Dodgers, because we all hate the Dodgers. At least with them continuing to keep winning these World Series and stuff like that, it gets a bit frustrating after time. But it's going to be fun to see opening weekend. It's one of my favorite times of the year outside of March Madness. Obviously, well, I would think this time of the year is my favorite time of the year. We got the RBC Heritage coming up. Baseball is about to get underway with their regular season. And, of course, we're right in the middle of March Madness.
I still think October is my favorite time of year. With, with football in full swing and all major sports in action and Major League Baseball postseason. I think that's my favorite, but I love the spring as well. I love this time of year especially because not only do you got baseball or March Madness, but it goes right to the Masters and the Heritage. And
and you're outside. Outside's great.
Yes.
It's great weather, except for today
Birds.
because
Except for today,
yeah.
today.
It was sneaky cold today.
What is with this weather? I am.
What's with the just like random winter day just thrown in the middle of all the summer days?
It was like 80 something yesterday. It's like
it was
60
blazing
today,
and it will be again tomorrow. But today was freezing.
Yeah. Weird,
crazy.
This is ridiculous.
Very weird.
All right, Wesker, what you got, buddy?
All right, I got a couple. First, and Lowco, a former Lowco stud, is making some waves at the college level. My guy Brad Larson, for one of the Hilton Island Seahawks, has been turning it up over at Rhodes. He is hitting 354, 11 RBIs. He's slugging 431, and he just hit his first home run against Center on Sunday. And he has a 5-game hit streak, not just a 5-game hit streak. He's gotten 2 hits or more, a multi-hit game in his last 5 games for Rhodes. He has been swinging the bat incredibly well now for the Lynx.
I was president of his fan club his last couple of years at Hilton Head. I just think he has the most beautiful left-handed swing, and his little brother's just as good, if not better. Kyle is really, really good.
He was impressing as well last night. Yep,
they're tremendous ball players. Great guy. Steve's a really, really good guy. But no, that's awesome. Good stuff from Brad. What else you got?
Yeah, great to see that. And then, of course, as Max said, it is opening weekend. I believe Wednesday is the Yankees are playing their first. I believe it's just like you know how the NFL does like a primetime game start the one game start the year. Just the Yankees and the Giants. I wish they should. I mean, I kind of feel like they should do it like the whoever the champion is, they get to have the first game. Like the
Are they not overseas for this? This is just
it's a Netflix game. Yes, it'll be on Netflix. 8:00, 8:05. I guess in the Oracle Park in San Francisco, the Yankees and the Giants to kick off. That's the only game, and then opening day in earnest for a good amount of the rest of the teams on Thursday.
I think the reason
I get it when we had to do it because it was in Japan, but
I don't know. Look, obviously the Yankees will draw. They want teams that'll draw. I don't know, Yankees.
But the Giants? I mean, the Giants sound like they're going to be good this year, I guess.
Yeah, the Giants should be competitive. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot that goes with
a big West Coast city.
The Netflix
Dodgers would have been better, but
obviously. Oh, that would have been
Giants Dodgers. No, I mean Giants Dodgers. It's a great rivalry. Like that would
even
be
Yankees Dodgers has been a rivalry over the years as well.
Yeah, but Giants Dodgers is a division rivalry.
Yeah, that is the ultimate.
Right.
Yeah, that's the ultimate one.
Yeah.
I don't love the idea of playing a division game right out of the gate.
Yeah, I love it.
You like it?
Yeah.
You like playing division games?
I also hate that they don't play as many division games this year because now everybody is to play each other once, and I miss it. I miss when they just don't play as many division games. I don't like that.
I don't like it. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, they used to play like 19, right? That was wonderful.
Yeah, I don't know, but now they make you play everybody in both leagues, American and National League.
I would actually rather go back to
Rod Manfred for you.
The time before before the interleague play. It's not like the thing I would choose to go back in time and
when
change.
I was a kid, like it was like everybody played interleague at the same time, like in June or something like that. And then, the rest of the league.
But it was only like a couple of series a year.
Right, it was like 1 or 2 series or so.
There's also one other interesting thing that makes it interesting tomorrow night. It will be the first regular season Major League Baseball game to use the ABS system that's new. So
true.
It's going to be very interesting.
Oh, is it a challenge? Is it like a challenge system where teams?
Yeah, it's a challenge system. Only pitcher, catcher, and batter can challenge them.
Okay, so the coaches or the managers can't challenge. It's just the pitcher.
Right.
Interesting.
But what's going to be funny is that there are going to be teams that have players that they're like, you're not allowed to challenge. Yeah. Because there's a lot of guys who would absolutely burn those things up in the first inning. 100%. Yeah. They'd be like, nope. And they would just challenge everything. So you're going to have very strict rules about who's allowed to challenge and win. Yeah. Like it's going to be fun to see how it.
I'm very excited for my Braves this year. They look good. My Braves are looking good.
Yeah. Yeah, looking forward to the start of the baseball season, but finally, which is also related to Major League Baseball, every year, different ballparks will announce their new concessions and food.
Yeah.
Yes, food orders or food options.
Items,
And of course, I'm a Sox fan, so I saw today some new some new offerings at Fenway Park this year, including the lobster poutine, which
Yes.
Oh,
we got
Oh, that looks
clam chowder, we got some bacon, we got some meat. That looks pretty good.
Lobster meat,
goodness.
clam chowder, and crispy bacon. That
Yes.
sounds fantastic.
Oh,
I got some more for you.
Uh-oh.
We got the surf and turf dog.
Oh, that looks amazing.
Yeah, that looks insane.
It's got some lobster on top of that dog.
Yep.
And fries.
Lobster, bacon, chives, and butter. Oh, yeah, no, that screams.
Yeah.
Yes.
Screams me.
I don't know about lobster with hot dog.
Spicy Cabot grilled cheese, Vermont cheddar cheese.
That
looks
spicy for me now.
Wicked good. Mango habanero salsa. Oh my, that looks wonderful.
That does look amazing.
Yep.
Oh,
it might be a little too spicy for me, but I would be willing to try it.
And finally, we have the mini empanadas.
Empanadas.
Yes.
Beef or chicken.
There you go.
Yeah, those
empanadas are so good.
Yep. So some, or just get Fenway Frank, which is always good too. So
all right. Now I'm hungry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Is that all you got, Wester?
Yep.
All right. I got some love for a sport that we have not really shown any love yet this spring because it's hard to find the results, especially now that our guy Ron is not coaching anymore. But Bluffton Bobcat boys golf with the win today at home at Pinecrest. Rose Hill now their home club, not Pinecrest. Little upgrade there.
Yeah, good club, good course.
Bobcats playing at home at Rose Hill. They defeated Hilton Head, Beaufort, and May River in a quad.
Wow.
Shot 157. And friend of the program, you guys know Dane Goat Golf.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, Dane Goat Golf. He be coming on the show saying things all the time in the comments. He's always got some good insights, a little breaking news from time to time. Dango Golf living up to his name today. Shot 1 under 35 at Rose Hill to take medalist honors. So
very
shout
nice.
out to Dango Golf.
Dango Golf.
Dane Scott. Good stuff.
They outslugged Hilton Head. That's shocking.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
And usually
nice,
when boys golf is when whoever ends up coming out of that region of boys golf usually always has a pretty good shot when it comes to the regional and state tournaments, like lower state and state tournaments. So I'm
by the way, Luke Cairns, who we got to know very well during basketball season, he shot 39, had a good day, as did Sam Sunderland, and then Jack Callandine, who I think will be QB1 next year, if I'm not mistaken, unless somebody else comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, I think he is.
He shot 44, as did Jacob Lowther.
Nice.
So,
wow.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a good sign. Very good sign.
And let me see if I got anything else that comes up quick here for something on my, but I don't see anything yet.
So I got
I guess Bluffton boys lost 1-0 to Bishop England. 1-0 to Bishop England. Yeah.
Dang.
Battle Bishops.
Yeah, they've kind of been our.
Don't worry, they'll be gone by next year.
Well, then you get then the Bengals are coming back.
Right, Lucy Beckham. Yeah, we always have our Charleston wheel. It's just part of the deal. But I guess that's all I got for you tonight. Oh no, there we go. Score from last night that we missed. Beaufort Academy boys soccer beats Patrick Henry 5-1. So shout out to Ian Leslie and the boys over at BA.
He's awesome.
Looking good.
He's awesome. Great coach. Terrific program.
Yeah, solid.
The pod. Yep.
All right, boys. Good stuff tonight. Thanks to all of our sponsors for making it possible, and thanks to all of you for showing up to listen or watch, especially those of you who clicked that little like button. We appreciate that. Check us out more often on the Loco Media Network. Subscribe to Loco Media on YouTube and check us out every time we hop on here to tell you about all the stuff going on around the Loco sports scene. But that'll do it for tonight. So for Max Araj and Wes Kerr, I'm Justin Jarrett. Thanks for hanging out with us. And until next time, go Loco.